Okay, so
guys, this is gonna go ahead, Showman. I'm
okay,
sorry.
I can share. You can start. You can start.
Do you well, the first thing that I was going to do, and seeing as how you've got controls, you're going to kind of have to run things. Um, can we get into or create an account? I want to show everybody how to go through the wizard. I think that that's
Sure.
probably the best place for us to start.
Absolutely. So let me start going to the creation of an account. So first thing is, like, on the home page, you have the you have the fundamental, many informations are there, and you can see all the features that are listed here that we are currently supporting, and many things are like we'll be going one by one. You can see these are the different feature, and once and the process of signing up is on the free trial. Okay, so let me go through this one, like risk-free trial. So let me go through this one, and
No,
Bruce,
no,
you
no.
want
I'm
me?
talking about. I don't want to go through the setup because everybody's in the program. Do me a favor.
Right,
Go
right.
right into the setup wizard.
Okay, sure. So let me first sign in. So once you sign in here, you can go. Okay, first thing is, when first time you get an invitation, you on that email you'll be getting that a link to directly go to the setup wizard. So from your email, when you click that link, you directly come to this page. Now this page, this is the wizard, which actually pretty much like these are the different categories that you can select. Like if you are a real estate uh, you know agent, or you work on any of these, or you are anything to do with these different companies, you can select one of the profile in this. So you can just say, for example, you select this one, that will be the profile we'll be creating on this selection. And
Well,
let's say if you are on the network marketing, like a lot of us do a lot of network marketing for, let's say, bids that give, or ClickBank products selling, or any of these, you click one of these product. Or if you are, let's say, from the insurance background, you can select the insurance. Or if you are like, let's say, if none of this that we are keep on growing this list. If you have your own business which is not listed here, you can set up here. So for example, demo company.
now for all of you guys that are on there, I'm just going to keep jumping in on Showman, and Showman, please don't hate me too much. Uh, most of you are what I would call in the solopreneur category. You're a lawyer, you're a dentist, many of you are real estate investors and or internet marketers. So the name of your company, whatever it is, would be the proper thing to be putting in right here.
So it should be your website here. So in this case, let's put MaxLeadPro.com, and we'll save this one. And this is what it is going to create, the profile. Now everything that you do in MaxLeadPro, everything is under a profile. And profile is your business, or if you are an individual, you do something on this profile. Okay. And then Bruce, stop me anytime when you want to put more information. Okay.
No, just keep moving through this because I'm going to assume that most people have been through the wizard. So let's just keep powering through this part so we can move on to some other things.
Sure. And the next is the social network. Okay. So these are the social networking channels. At this moment, see, I already went through that. So you may just give me a second. Let me stop my all other communications.
Just don't stop the communication with us.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Okay. So if you are, let's say, if you are, most of us, the main purpose of this MaxLeadPro is robotic automation on the various things, like starting from your email campaigns or through SMS or through social media, because this is the biggest marketing, like free marketing. If you wanted to have marketing of your products and services or whatever you do, you wanted to promote, this is the area where you can get the maximum benefit. And that's why we always recommend that you should enable all of these. Now when you click,
Again, I'm going to jump in on you, guys. If you don't have, you really need to get the maximum value. Both, even if you didn't have our program, I empower you all. If you don't have a Twitter or a Facebook or a LinkedIn or G Plus account, to get one, and you need to get one because that's just the way of the world through social media. We will talk about in subsequent meetings how to maximize and the best way to get the accounts. But if nothing else, even if you don't put in a bunch of data, get an account and also put up a picture. You may not fill it out and have it be the most robust, complete, filled out program. Do the best you can, get a picture up there, and at least fill out the basics. You can always come back later and fill out more. And I will also tell you, from all of the guys that I hang out with, and I was just down at Traffic and Conversion Seminar with Ryan Dice and 2,000 of the top internet marketers literally in the world. Google Plus is the emerging technology, and they are going to, they absolutely are going to be a force to be reckoned with. So many of you have a Facebook and LinkedIn, but don't have a Google Plus account. Get a Google Plus account. And realistically, to get the maximum value out of our program, you're going to need a Google Plus account anyhow when it comes to the blogging section. As far as Twitter, Twitter's there. It's not as important as the other big three. But again, it only takes a couple minutes to sign up for a Twitter account. Get a Twitter account. Let's move on. Can you click that on to the on position for me? Thank you.
sure. Okay, give me 1 second actually.
Sure. Casey, do you have anything to weigh in on relative to the because I know you're the blogging the blogmeister, so on and so forth. Anything that you have to add about any of the three accounts or any of the?
No, just the importance of Google Plus. I mean, you did pretty good with that. It really is the up and coming kind of must have. You just got to get there. Not at this point. It's you know, the, it's worth the time to go through and set it up and help go through a network there. There used to be Facebook was one of the biggest ones, but it really is moving in the direction. And if it's not already there, then it's Google Plus. So highly recommended that you do that there.
Okay, so I just wanted to show you this one. See this. See when you click this one, okay, you can see one of the profile that you wanted to use, because Google, actually in Google you can have multiple profiles here under one account. So whatever I wanted to use, you can select that and set that one as a default. and our application, you are basically giving permission. And as you can see here, when you set up your Google account or and link up, integrate with MaxLeadPro, is basically we are not asking your Google username password here. All we are telling you to go to the Google and say that enter your information and accept that from your Google account that we are allowed to post on your behalf. That's all we authorize. So
And we
that's
did
what.
that. I'm going to jump in on that. It's a good place. It's a good place for me to jump in.
Sure.
Most of you guys are not familiar with Showman. Showman's a partner in the company, and the head of all the programmers and anything that is of a uber technical basis. He's been with little companies like Wall Street Journal and so on and so forth, with one of the top banks in the country as well, in a very, very high data security area. You guys may have noticed. Matter of fact, if you go and look up, can you point up on the nav bar to the HTTPS? See that right there where it's green? It's like a Christmas tree. That means that our site is encrypted, and there's a couple of different levels of encryption. There's 128-bit encryption, and then there's 256-bit encryption. We are a 256-bit encrypted site. This was something that Showman, when he laid out the groundwork and the architecture of MaxLeadPro, was insistent of. I mean, we've all heard, especially recently, some of the horrors of what's gone on with data invasion, being stolen, and so on and so forth. We have the same level of encryption that Bank of America, Wells Fargo, any of the top financial institutions have. So you can feel as comfortable as you can feel with your information, your contacts, so on and so forth. Moreover than that, let me also tell you that what he was talking about is we do not have, and nor do we want, your login credentials to Google, to Facebook, to LinkedIn. Rather, what we've done is we've taken a philosophy where we create a handshake, or what's called a token system, where we can speak to and we can automatically pass around to be able to access your account, so that we can do the things that we do, such as the duplex capability for your calendaring, which we will show in a few minutes. So that's how we do it. We don't actually have access to the account, but we let the accounts speak together or speak to one another as they need to. So again, that's really how we put this together. Can you move on, show them the next screen, please? Thank you.
Sure. So this one, Bruce, you have to explain because this is the import. I think you wanted to cover a lot on this one, right? That how you should start importing all your contacts from either using the CSV, like a comma separated list of emails, or all the contacts that you have in your Outlook, or maybe in your any other system like Constant Contact, or maybe in Infusionsoft. You can very well import those and add it to your MaxLeadPro account. Or
And
also,
for those
if
of you who don't have an autoresponder, perhaps you're currently using Google, or you may be as your phone book, or you may be using Outlook or something else. They all have an export tool that for CSV export. So the first thing you're going to need to do is go to your export tool for CSV, and YouTube is your friend. If you can't find it and you're having an issue, my suggestion is to YouTube it. So go to export data, or export phone book, see it in CSV format from Outlook, and there'll be a little movie on that. So that's the first thing you need to do, is export it, and then you need to import it. If you're having any challenges and can't get can't get your phone book or your database imported, then what you need to do is do a chat with our office. And if that's not working, then feel free to give Casey a call or one of the other folks that's in customer service at the office, and they will help you. They will help you absolutely getting your database into our database so that you can really start to take your business to the next level. Can we move on?
Sure. And also, if you have, let's say you already connected your MaxLeadPro account with Google account, you can also click this button and you can see that you can get all the information that is on your Google. You can get it. I think it's I connected to the other account, but once you connect this, you can very well import that information. Right? You can see that because I already imported earlier, but you see all the new that are newly added, it automatically comes here. Okay, and once you get that information, you can see that it is already a lot of information. A lot of contacts that I have in my Google doesn't have email, so that's what it is saying, that you do not have a lot of emails. Are a lot of contacts I have, they do not have email. But if you know those emails, you can also put that inside this list. So it automatically detects those and filter those, and then it'll allow you to put this in this box. Now, once this is here, okay, I will show you in this that you can very well click import these contacts, or in future, if I have a group of group where I can very well select, let's say I want them to be on the MaxLeadPro devs group, and I can import or all these contacts directly into a group that I have. This group can be for one of our mailing group or a mailing list that I want for a specific group of people who I want them to constantly send some email notifications or do for all the kinds of marketings, right? So once the import is done, then we can go to the next step.
Great.
Okay, let me click the import because I didn't do it. That's why I see 5 contacts are added. If you see, notice that it added 5 contacts here, and so I can go to the next step. This step is very important, and this step requires, because as per the email compliance, that any email that we send, we should always have our always have our information there, like our mailing address. So as you can see here, that I accepted this term on this day, and it is notified it is kept in the system. Okay, so you have to fill this information. If this information is missing, your account may not be eligible to send any emails from MaxLeadPro. Okay.
Let me jump in on that one for a second.
Sure.
Guys, some of you are extremely aware of what I'm going to talk about, and some of you aren't. So for the sake of you who aren't, I think it's important that we cover this. The first thing I want to say is that it is absolutely illegal for you to go out, buy a list of email addresses with whom you have had no contact, load them into MaxLeadPro or any other company's autoresponder, GetResponse, Aweber. It makes no difference. I don't MailChimp. I could name 100 of them. They all have the same policy that we do. No more stringent and no less stringent. What's usually done is you import your list, and then they do what's called a list verification, and then they do data hygiene. And if your list doesn't pass muster on the front end, believe you me, they're not going to let you send out email. And or if you start sending out email that has too many bounces, unknowns, or is problematic, they will cut you off. And potentially, they will kick you out of their system. We don't want to do that. And we are saying what you are agreeing to when you hit that agreement is that you're agreeing to the fact that you are going to abide by our terms, and you're not going to be buying these rogue lists from email peddlers just to go out and blast on the airwaves. It's not a good practice. You could get into trouble. Frankly, we could get into trouble for allowing you to do it. So we really need to protect the integrity of MaxLeadPro for everyone that's on the system. So make sure that you're bringing in a viable list. If you haven't talked to or emailed a person for 10 years and you want to bring the list in, there's a possible, pretty good chance that they're not even using that email anymore. Send them an email and just say, hi, how you doing? Hadn't talked to you for a while. Have them respond to you and then import them. But for the most part, all of you guys know what the drill is. I just wanted to cover that for those of you who didn't. And again, we will be opening this up in a while for questions. So if you've got a question, I would encourage you, put it in the excuse me, in the question box, and I will try and answer you, or Casey will try and answer you as time permits. Okay. Great.
Okay, so now the next part, this is important here, is that you can add an email here, additional email, and the signatures. Okay. Typically, what happens is when we send a new email, a lot of people, especially for the business, when we do our own business, that time we always add our signature. You can very well define the signature here. Okay. This time zone. Okay. Bruce, do you want me to elaborate this one in more, or that should be fine?
On which part? I'm sorry.
Do you want more detailed information on this one? I like add email, what that means. You can have the signature part here. Right?
Just quickly, guys, where it says account name, display name, email, and so on and so forth, you really want to create this, because this is going to give you when you start doing your video mails and your audio mails, a gorgeous signature block. And up here, as you can see above the signature area, it'll automatically put it in this very nice center justified way. And if you're having, again, any issues with this, you can always contact the office, and this will be, when you set this up, your default signature. Now that brings up the question, can you change signatures if you're working with more than two companies that you're representing? And let's make sure, Showman, that we show them how they can do that before the evening's over. Let's move on.
Sure. Okay, so typically, like, for example, if I have my email, I wanted to send a new email to someone, you can see that I have a default signature always set, no matter whom I'm sending this one. So anytime I click send new email, this is a signature. Okay, so that will be coming, that how we can also use that from MaxLeadPro. So let's go to the next one, and this is pretty much which says that yes, you have done creating your account. Okay, let me finish this, and this will create the profile under which I can then do many things. Okay, Bruce, let me know if
you've got Google Analytics. If you've got Google Analytics hooked up at this particular point, it should populate on your front page. Matter of fact, why don't we do this? Why don't you throw the screen back to me, and I'm gonna take it for a couple minutes, though I'm gonna have you have complete access. So just 1 second on the screen sharing. We'll change presenter. Oh boy, we've got 2 Bruce Max in here, actually 3. So I know I've got one of the guys from my office. Is that my screen? Nope, that's you, Casey. And
I'm not sure if we're seeing. Looks like it might. There we go.
There we go. All right. So now, and this is what you get, by the way. I wanted to show everybody this in Google Analytics. Once you've installed that piece too. Let's move on. Let's get into something that's going to be making you money. There was a gentleman who I was on the phone with earlier today. I think it was Ben, and Ben is he's got a great business. He's actually here in Los Angeles. For those of you who are wanting to not smoke a hookah and maybe be hypnotized to get out to stop smoking, please get in touch with me and I'll forward your information to Ben. He does have and offer complimentary consultations. And that wasn't a plug. That was just because, Ben, I think you're really a good guy. He's also does self-coaching. And he was saying, Bruce, show me something that's going to give me a big money payoff, a way for me to be able to act, to increase and monetize my business. So I was talking to Ben, and I said, Ben, from the consultations that you do, what is the approximate um, uh, uh, closing rate that you're currently getting? And I think that we can all relate to that. And I'm not going to say the exact closing rate, if you don't mind, folks. But what I am going to say is this: let's just say that Ben's closing rate is 30%, and we were talking about his billing rate, so on and so forth. The fact is, there is no doubt when you're doing a phone consultation and you don't have the ability to meet with the person in person, or if you're doing a phone, just a phone meeting, and you're looking to get your business to the next level, which is a face-to-face presentation, the ability to connect with that person at a higher level is everything. On that basis, let's show you some of the specifics with video mail. So let's start with the sending video mail engine. Hey there, guys. Hope you like my new glasses. Now, I'm going to move quickly through a bunch of these issues. Today, I have a default template that is set. So when it comes to the default template, you can set whatever you want. The one that I normally set is this one right here under corporate templates. And that would be this one. Now, to make sure that that template is the resident template, I just simply hit set as default. When you see this little sign come up, well, now you know that that's going to be the template that's going to jump up every time you use it. I usually hit, matter of fact, I'm going to tell you, I always hit send me a copy. The reason that I do is I may want to use that to boost my video email message up to the social media sites. And as a user, as a recipient, you've got that capability. Now, we gave you guys, I believe, a number of complimentary texts. Save them, they're precious. In the future, if you want to get into more bulk texting, you'll give the office a call. It's nominal in terms of cost. But I'm going to put in my phone number, and I believe you all have it, so it's not a secret. And I'm going to send this to, oh heck, I know this guy. Now, let's just say that you've already set up groups, and we're going to cover setting up groups. You can click whatever the group is that you want to send to, or groups are. Very, very easy. Again, we'll show you how to set up groups before we get done. We already covered setting up a template. If you want to even just set up some wallpaper, You can go and upload your own, pull anything that you want from the internet, stick it on your hard drive, and upload it. All of you that are on the call, I think for the most part, got our founding members program, and as such, you are able to, you were given as a bonus a free complimentary template. The best way to get that template, Casey at the office would be a perfect person, and he can always ferret out to one of the other customer service people. So you can email Casey at CASEY at MaxLeadPro.com, and Casey will email you out when you're ready. We have a new template form. It's very simple. Ask a couple basic questions about your logo, about your colors, about this, about that. Fill that out, because honest to gosh, you really want to get that complimentary template as soon as possible so you can be marketing under your own brand. Okay? Likewise, you can also, if you're working with a group, you can do a first name inclusion, a last name inclusion, and or a city. So let's just say that you want to market to a list. You've got 500 people in that list, and you want to market to each person, put their first name in. And Showman,
Yes, Bruce. Continue.
just make sure that I'm doing it right. Make sure that I'm doing the right thing. You put in a
Absolutely.
bracket, and you put in first.
Bruce, you can copy that one. See on the parameters list, you can just copy exactly. Same thing. You can okay. Okay. Never mind. You can just type that.
Yeah, you know what? You're absolutely right. The easier way to do it is to do a copy and then do.
Don't
Okay.
miss the first bracket.
You miss something like I just did, then you just stick in. You just click on it. Oops, excuse me. Because now it's set to be pulling. And because I left the page, we will go back and put it in. Believe me, when I'm not on a phone call, it works great. But all you do is you just key in here. That's the bracket key that's next to the P key. It's the lowercase one, and you type in uppercase letters first name. Now, if you are marketing and you've got in your database their city, then and you've got everybody's city, you can also use the city inclusion one. So that could be a helpful thing, again, to be marketing to an individual on a more personalized basis. So let's get zipping through this. We're going to put down hello, Bruce. Now, let's just say that you want to include an SMS message. I think your best shot, guys, is to do something like this. From Bruce Mac, in case they don't recognize your phone number and you're not in their phone book, so it's not known, and then just say to, and then whoever it might be. And then I would also do this. I put a click the link here. Hello, John. Howdy. And then regards, Bruce. We've introduced, I think, a really, really nice little upgrade. One of the things I'd like to teach you is, as you can see, I'm sliding the program up and down. I hope I'm not making you sick to your stomach. But I always try and keep the program, the recorder, close to the top of the screen. Okay? That's just a good idea because generally speaking, your recorder is up in that up even higher. So you want to be looking like you're looking at the recorder instead of looking away. You'll just get a better a better feeling from the receiver. Also, you can see I have a tremendous amount of glare on my glasses, so I try and tip my glasses down as best I possibly can. I want to keep myself well centered. I don't want to be too high, and certainly I don't want to have a ton of space and be too low. So I'm trying to get, pretty well centered. Everything's always the opposite of what you think it is when you do your adjustments, and you'll see what I mean when you make your recording. But I'm now putting my cursor over the record button. When I hit the record button, we introduced a new feature that's a 3, 2, 1 countdown. I'm going to make a very short recording. There's the 3, the 2, the 1. Hi there, John. Just wanted to say good evening. Have a great time. Look forward to talking to you soon. And as you can see, this is going to save, and then later on, I'm not going to go through the entire process, but this, once it's saved, you can send it out. If you have it keyed in to go to a phone number as well, which is just by putting that phone number in, then it's going to go out as an SMS. So let's go into another interesting area, which is called send audio mail. Simply, audio mail is like video mail. You can go into your hard drive, you can upload an image, go into whatever image you might want to get, click on it, upload it, and that will be the image that you use, make your recording, and then send it out. Again, all the same rules apply from the left side of the screen, including the fact that you can go and you can pull up pull up previously recorded items. One of the things that you'll also want to take note of is your video library. Now, I'm telling you, we have in store for the future, and this is one that we just included literally within the last 2 weeks. And this whole bar here, I'm going to quickly go through as we hover over it. If you click this bar, it will automatically dump the video right into an autoresponder campaign. And this one, you can repurpose this as a part and will automatically repurpose it as a video email. Now, for those of you who are in real estate, this is a cool one. You can generate a QR code with a video mail, and then you can literally print these out on flyers and have people then clicking potentially a virtual tour that you've created. This one doesn't embed to a website, so if you've got any websites that you've got back-end access to, you can drop it right in there. This is vThanks, and we'll try and come back and have Showman hit on what vThanks is all about in your signature line. It's a novel concept that we've gotten some great feedback from. And this one is to set as your default for your vThanks message. And this one's the for auto reply. Working our way down, you've got your audio library, and then you've got feedback videos as well. Now, I want to move on very, very quickly. I want to talk about landing pages. We talked about how to create a video, how to send a video. Before I get into landing pages, let's talk a little bit about contacts. And let's talk about how you can use this search bar. You can use this search bar to search several different ways. One way would be by putting in the person's first name, Another way would be to, and it does have an autofill, by putting in their last name. Another way would be to search by putting in their email address and or their phone number. So whatever you got handy that you can remember is going to be able to help you access that person's record. I think this is really a cool feature, because sometimes we remember people's first name, last, you can even put Mac in there. Mac will pull up all of the occurrences in the database with the name Mac. Okay? Likewise, let's go here, and this gives you all the abilities to do exactly what these pieces are and what these things are. I'm not going to go into it, but as you can see, there are a number of different options. Now, if I were to click here, this gives me the option very quickly, without even going into the person's record. Once I remember the person's last name, hey, I met that guy. His last name was Mac. Yeah, I really want to send him a video mail. No problem. Boom. One click, and you're out to your video mail. And here's a really nice feature. It does an auto insert immediately for you of the person's email. So now all you need to do is make your recording, and you're off and running. Back to contacts, and back to that guy, Bruce at MaxLeadPro. So now, let's just say we want to take a look at the person's whole record. Matter of fact, the last time we updated the record, just so you know, was 17 days ago. Now, here's some cool things I just want to cover with you. One of which is we are going to be adding a hot link so that you can call out through Google Talk, what have you, or whatever the resident dialer may be, coming feature, and that's why we made it hot. Here, if you click, you can automatically click on and get right to that person's address, and it will show you a picture depending upon how it is of the location that you've keyed in, so you can get right to their office, their home, wherever it is that you're having your meeting. Next, if I click here, it'll give me the options to email or audio mail or video mail, and here goes right out to their website. Likewise, excuse me, I'm going to quit here so that that's not disturbing to us. Likewise, if I want to do market intelligence on the individual, not a problem. We can go right in there. Actually, that's the worst of the ones to go to, so excuse me. Let's go to LinkedIn. And you can get a really good idea, one click, as to the person, what they're all about, so that you can much more, as I call it, surgically be able to get into the person's lifestyle, so that you can relate with them and be able to clinch the close. Next, very, very quickly, this is where you tag the groups that the person's a member of. And groups, which is a part of realistically how you nomenclature things, it could be, think of groups as how you met that person, or how you want to market to that person that you want to create a group for. Maybe you might want to create a group for all the dentists that you're looking to market to. Maybe you might want to create a group for all the people that you met at, I don't know, at traffic and conversion seminar. Whatever it is, and however you want to do this is totally up to you. The nice thing is you can always easily untag and retag people and create a new group, or move them from groups to groups. So that's simple. In terms of contact notes, one of the things that I really like is this is a test, and just by hitting add note, we try to make it that much simpler for you because we time, date, stamp it, which is kind of cool so that you've got an archived record of exactly what's going on at any time with that particular person. Now, we will be adding shortly, we will be adding some other really cool features, direct calendar linking, and we'll also be adding direct history. Direct history will have things such as the emails that you've sent. It will have things such as the video mails that you sent, just another way to view it. You can currently also do that right now. We'll show you how you can do that. And the other thing that we will be adding as over the coming weeks and coming months is a file section. So if there's a contract or there's other relevant information, a spreadsheet or whatever that is important is in your world to that particular contact, we'll be able to have you have the ability to GUI that information or stick it to this file section so that you can look it up immediately and it's easily therefore referenceable. Okay? Let's move on. Let's talk about the calendar section for a moment. Casey, I'm going to let you be the monitor on questions. If there's any questions that people are having that I might be able to help them out with. Anything in particular?
I'll take a look here.
Okay, yeah, thank you. So one of the nice features that you've got is what we call a drag and drop. And the drag and drop is real simple. If I create an event in our calendar, and by the way, the internet connection, because I've got GoToMeeting going on, is, as you can see, it is painfully slow. And that's not our program. That's the internet. So let's give that another go. I may have Showman step back in and do this piece. Ah, there we go. Okay. Again, guys, I apologize for my internet connection. So let's call this test. And let's call this location. And let's go with the profile. And you have multiple profiles. Let's just say is a real estate person. And let's just say and let's just put in a person's name. And let's just save those changes. Now the cool thing is that we, through that token system that we were discussing earlier, we automatically have the ability to have that integrate in what's called a bidirectional duplexing that it will automatically show on your Google Calendar. Likewise, for those of you who are using iCal or iCalendar, there's an easy way. There's a YouTube video on it. How to sync your Google Calendar would be a way to look it up. How to sync your Google Calendar with iCal. If you do that, then everything will automatically sync up. So you put it here, and it'll automatically be on your iCalendar as well. Likewise, you can take your event and you can do what we call a drag and drop, where you take it from one place to another place to another day or another time, what have you. And because that duplexing capability, the nice thing is it's going to automatically populate on your other calendar or calendars, as the case may be. Okay. Casey, any questions before I move on? Because I'm going to jump right into landing pages.
Yeah, that was actually good timing because somebody said they don't have a website. They'd like to know what they could to do. So, as far as the landing page creator, that would be a great place to start.
What was the question? Somebody said they don't have a website?
Right.
Aha. Well, that's a good thing. If you don't have a website before, you will have a website with us. And with the program, matter of fact, can you look up the program that most of the guys got? They got the founding members program. How many does that come with one, or does it come with more than one website?
I believe they can
I'll
do
give you
a website for as many
I'll give you
profiles
a
as
chance
they
to
want.
look up that fulfillment, and in the meantime, uh, let's kind of back into the website issue by going over here to profiles. Now, profiles, guys, is really how to conjugate your entire business and lay it out with MaxLeadPro. A profile could be a product, a good, a service, a company, a business, whatever you want it to be is what it is. And on that basis, it's up to you to make that decision. And again, I got to tell you, uh, this is my internet. I have my little mini iPad over here, and it is ripping along because it's on Verizon. Uh, for whatever reason, my internet is being less than cooperative, and I apologize. Okay, so I've got a number of profiles: real estate buyers, test product business, Max Lead Pro. Let's go into Max Lead Pro just for a moment. And under the different categories, there are a number of different possibilities. One of those would be landing pages. Another one would be websites. If in fact I had an autoresponder campaign or various autoresponder campaigns running, this is where you can see as I call it, at a 20,000-foot view, exactly what's going on. Okay. Uh, Likewise, it's really easy to either add or delete one. You can add a company or brand right here, and you can make a deletion should you wish to at any time. Simple. Next, let's talk about those websites. Were you able to get that fulfillment piece handy, Case?
I wasn't, but I think if you've got several profiles, you know, um, you're going to be able to build a website for that profile.
Oh, absolutely. I was just wondering, maybe you could, if you've got access to it. I'm not sure if you guys got one or three websites that you received with the founding members program. That's what I wanted you to check out and verify. But and again, if you can access that, that would be great. Anyhow, this is the Max Lead Pro website that I created, and these are the various pages, and here is the ability on each one of these pages to edit it. But before we even go there, why don't we just kind of take a quick look at it. And of course, it is moving so slow. It's a sad commentary that my mini iPad has so much better connectivity than my laptop. I've had fits calling my cable company guys trying to get them to be responsive, and I don't want to leave the webinar and reset my modem. Uh, so we'll just have to kind of bear with. If it gets to be intolerable, I'll turn it over to Showman. Well, you can already see that you have the ability to do video embeds. What I did was I simply took our video and brought it forward and put it onto this website. You have full editing capabilities here. You can do a very quick upload for your picture. Now, some of you are saying, well, you know, these are great pictures, but they do not suit the circumstance for me whatsoever. What can I do to possibly change those? And that's easy. All you need to do is go into either here, which is an editing tool, where here you have your slideshow and you can upload other images, and then you can change what you're showing to the world. So in the case that you're a real estate investor, no problem. You invariably will want to put up some of the houses that you are working on, or houses that look like the area that you live in. If you're in Vegas, they're probably stucco, and if you're in Boston, they're probably brick. Then that way you have a much more local look to the people that you're appealing to in your market. Likewise, you have the ability to add more pages across the top as you so see fit that's going to work for you, including a blog and or your Google Feed blog. And articles, so on and so forth. Let me go backwards here. I'm going to, again, showing you this piece. Again, thanks guys for being troopers and hanging in there. You can even bring in capitals. This is all in the editor function, and the editor function is right here. For instance, this is the home page. You can click right into this page, which will bring you into an extremely robust editor for you to be able to do whatever it is that you want. Copy and paste, bringing in text, putting in links that are hot links to other places that you want them to go, potentially even to a buying page. And oh, by the way, you can easily get a shopping cart and have a one-click to a shopping cart. One of the shopping carts that you might want to take a look at would be a place, you might want to write this down, one shopping cart. Another place you might want to take a look at would be a place such as Magellan. They can easily set you up if you've got a product or a service that that you need to or want to sell and do commerce with. That's a very, very simple process which they can guide you through.
I'm sorry for interrupting.
No, please.
Do you mind sharing this one from my, because it looks like, your system is extremely slow.
My internet is
quickly. I can share. If you can give me the control, I can quickly show you.
Actually, if you would, could you go into my account from your side, because that's where we've got those new pages that I wanted to show.
Absolutely.
That sounds like a great idea, because this is really, really crawling here. Let me find you. Just 1 second, sir. That is the wrong one. Oh, did you just give the screen to him?
Okay. Yes, I got it.
Okay, great. Maybe you can
Okay.
log on to my, please feel free, log on to my account and.
Sure. Just give me a second.
Thank you, GoToMeeting, and my internet connection.
Okay, so this, let me log in as you here. As you can see, this is much faster. And so on my website, you can go and edit the same thing as Bruce was showing. You can view or go to the edit.
Thank you so much, Showman. This is going to be a much better experience for everybody.
Yeah. So you can make this one set as a default website or make any changes, like you can add multiple pages. These are the different pages that you already have. I can very well go to the home. And as Bruce was showing that in his how to add the, he added this video right here. You can embed the YouTube video right from here. Just click it here and get the YouTube URL, put it, and add the video right here. It's very easy.
Now, two things I'm going to jump in on you. We've created an auto sizing tool. So we've taken all the heartache out of being a programmer away from you. So it'll go in there perfectly. The one thing that I want to make sure that you do, or that you're aware of, could you click off and hit cancel for 1 second? When you and scroll up just a tad. When you do, make sure that you put your cursor right at the front of the line. So over to the left, you want to have your cursor right there where that blinking cursor is before you do your insert, because wherever your cursor is wherever that iframe or that new video is going to end up. Now, what Showman was also showing you there is you have the ability to have two types of playing. We want to give you all of the control as the user. You can either A, set it to autoplay, which means when somebody hits your site, bam, that video is going to invoke, or you can set it to not autoplay, in which case the person's going to have to hit the play button. So that's a personal preference. If it's a sales type of a page, you may want to have the autoplay because it's going to get their attention and they're going to invariably cast their eyes there. And if not, perhaps not. Again, that's personal opinion. Go ahead, Showman.
Okay, so as you can see, you can, this is the home page that I'm editing right now. If you have this one is the drop down, you can make any page as a blog or a contact page or a G feed, a Google feed. We'll be covering shortly when I'll be covering the blog postings, how to set up the blog feed and all these things. So you can see these are the different types of pages that you can set up. As this is a custom page, you can free form text, you can add it with nicely formatted HTML. It's very simple, easy to use designer. You can use this one. That's why it is a custom, right? And once it is done, you can save this. Once it is saved, you can go back to the which will automatically place you over there. Okay. Now, one cool feature that I wanted to see, let's say somebody don't have, one of the questions that I see is raised is, if I don't have a website, how do I set up this one? Okay. The simplest thing is go to my website, or you can very well create a website from this page. Okay, there is a button called create website here, and the default link, let me show you that one. Okay, this is very important for the person who do not have a website and want to use MaxLeadPro generated website. So you can go under settings. Under settings, you can see default links. Okay, you click on this default links, and the first thing is this is your website address. So suppose you are opening and registering a new domain on your name, you can very well domain map this one to this something called this one under your name. You can see this ends with the username which you say site. Either you can market this one as is, or you can do the forwarding or whatever the way you can map the domain, your own domain to this one, which will look exactly the way.
I want to jump in a
Uh,
little bit on that because that's something that some of the guys they'll definitely want, and there may be a few people that are a little confused. Let's just say that you want to use our backbone to host, and oh, by the way, it's free. We don't charge you 10 or $20 a month or $20 a year or whatever. You're getting that for free. But you're going, well, but I really don't want to have people go to www.maxleadpro.com/site/me. Um, we have the ability to be able to do what is called a domain masking, where you can utilize your website, which could be investorpropertieswholesale.com, and we can absolutely mask our domain so that when somebody goes to investorproperties.com, even though we're doing the hosting, it's going to be your site that they're going to be seeing by that .com name. Now, because we're running short on time tonight, actually, Roger, are you on the call? Let's see if he is with us.
Yeah, while you discuss this one, let me finish one more thing that I wanted to show is inside the website. This is one link that you'll be getting. And now if you already have an existing website, and you can very well make it as redirect to your own website. So you can very well set this one as redirect, which I'm not going to save because this is not my account, but you can redirect to anywhere you want to do redirect, which will be automatically, the purpose is to increase your search engine optimization through our application, which is a great way to boost your traffic.
What we will do is for anybody who is interested in having their .com and utilizing a domain masking to get that accomplished, if you would email the office, and what we will do is we will prepare a simple set of instructions, get those out, and we will take care of that for you. But do me a favor, don't just email to get the instructions. Email when you're ready to go and you want to cut it over so that we can get you all handled. Okay? So if you're ready, you want to do that, let's get it done for you. Chat with Casey utilizing the online chat, or send an email into casey@themacgroup.com, and we will get that handled for you immediately. Go ahead,
Okay.
please, Thomas.
Okay, so this is what about the website. Bruce, before you go to landing page, can we also complete one of the important things that I think is very important to cover is from the video library, as you can see this one, right? As Bruce was explaining this one, you can see that these are the different icons. One is the V thanks, right? The thanks that you can put it as a signature. Okay, so in the settings you can see there is something called V thanks assets. Okay, you can click here, and these are the QR code for that video or the V thanks. This is the URL, which is by default. If you click that, it will be going to the default URL. Okay, and you can very well copy one of these things, right? So for example, what I did, basically, if you see my email editing, the Outlook, the moment I click on the new email, this comes here. This is the vThanks. If you see this one, when somebody clicks this one, it automatically opens the nice looking video, which is like a thank you video, which will be always part of your.
Show them what you've done, please. It's so cool. It's really cool. Now, as
okay,
he's
okay, I can actually type that, because this is like Anybody clicks on that, they can go to MaxLeadPro.com. Then you can say vthanks, and then your username. Basically, whatever the username you have. So if you enter that, it will automatically play that one. Okay. So.
What a good-looking guy.
Okay, so if this is the default, so all you have to do is first go to your video library, wherever you have recorded the video, either, okay, and then click on this one. Just when you click this button, it will automatically set the vthanks. So then this will be the URL which will be set to that video that you have recorded. Okay. So I think you can take the control and go over the landing page that you wanted to go.
No problem. Actually, I'll probably let you continue to drive, but I want to cover, guys, a marketing tip, and this one you definitely want to take some notes on. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you a couple of marketing tips. We talked about video mail. Let's do a quick wrap up on the fact that when somebody calls you up and you have you've had your first touch point with them, the obvious step is to create a video email. Now, you can create a generic one and keep repurposing that, and we showed you how to go grab it and just send it and put a new just put a new greeting on there, Bill, John, Steve, Amy, whatever. But it could say how great it was making your phone appointment, and I would have several of these for several situations. How great it was making a telephone acquaintance today. I look forward to working very closely with you in the future. Please feel free to give me a call at any time whatsoever. Enclosed is my number below. Bam. I mean, that's a pre-recorded piece that you can have at your fingertips. And as soon as you get off the phone, you can be sending that out like clockwork every single time. And that is going to elevate your opportunities with that person dramatically. Now, as Showman was saying, the vthanks piece is really cool. Let me give you guys a really big tip. I use it in my business. If you got one of my business cards, I have actually, before we had vthanks, I utilized a QR code. It actually does a tripwire to an SMS. However, what I would do, which is a better idea, now that we've got vthanks, I would take the QR code, utilizing the QR code generator, tie that to a video that you create utilizing MaxLeadPro, and then you could print that out in high resolution. You can take that to your printer, and you can put that on your business cards. People, if nothing else, by curiosity, the next time you print your business cards, they will use their smartphone, they will click on that, and it will take them to this thank you, or what a pleasure. That one, I would have a special one that says something like, thank you, it was great, it was great meeting you, or great seeing you, because, again, keeping it really generic. Let's definitely, let's talk as soon as possible. Thanks again for stopping by. Or you may even want to put on a corporate message, something like, thanks for stopping by. MaxLeadPro is the nation's #1 lead generation and social media tool set. We look forward to having you on board again.
Or even flyer, for example, right? Even in the flyer, like in the Word, like you design any flyer, right? Let's say you are designing in Word. Let's say real estate agent you are, and you are designing a flyer. Like I can search here, real.
Actually, we gave them a flyer format the other day for some fulfillment. Yes, this one right here.
This one.
This is easy to do a QR code embed and do an import of a picture. And this is a great way. Another thing that you can use with the QR codes is you can do a video a complete video tour and also utilize MaxLeadPro because of our unlimited hosting capabilities that we're giving you. Tie it your video tour right into the QR code, put that right on your flyer, print those out, and put those in the box in front of the house, and you're off and you're running. So
Right.
these are just some of the ways that you can take some of the tools that we've given you and start to monetize some significant successes with the tools. Okay.
Right.
Let's go to the let's take a little quick leap forward and talk about landing pages for a moment. Got something really exciting. I know that there's a bunch of real estate investors that are on the phone. We just did this in the last couple of days. Yeah, if you would scroll down, let's take a look at the let's actually, they might have seen that one. Let's take a look at the one where it says it's actually got the blank picture on the next row all the way to the left. Would you do a preview of that, please? Yes. We buy houses. Can you turn that up?
Whether you have a property that's overfinanced and owe more on your mortgage than the property is worth, or whether you have a property that's free and clear, whether you're in foreclosure or bankruptcy, you're an out-of-state owner, we can help. Perhaps you have a probate situation after a recent loss, or are experiencing personal changes like divorce or other changes to your needs. Whatever the case, we can help when others cannot. Take a moment now and tell us about your property, and we'll get in touch with you right away. In many cases, we can write an offer and close within 24 hours. If you have a real estate problem and are ready to move on to the next chapter of your life, we'd like to chat and see if we can help you and create a win-win situation for both of us. Regardless of your property type, location, financing, your reasons for selling, whatever the case, we're here to help you move on to the next chapter of your life. Enter your information, and we look forward to speaking with you soon.
Now, we've already made 3 of these. 2 of them are loaded, and they're on your system as we speak. We've already got one that's called Main Street to Wall Street, or Wall Street to Main Street. You've already got the one that is for We Buy Houses, and that's for the houses that are underwater, and one to increase your buyer list, which appeals to people that may have bad credit, no credit, regardless of credit. These are perfect for building up and or for people who just want to see your houses and have an opportunity to buy them before they hit them MLS. So this will build up a massive inventory of ready, willing, and wanting either lease optionees and potentially retail buyers. You can't have too many of those waiting in the wings so that you do not increase your carrying costs. I can tell you that with a good buyers list, you will absolutely earn net to the bottom line tens of thousands of dollars additional on an annualized basis, because when you are doing 3, 4, 5 properties a month and you're having to carry mortgages, that starts to really erode at your profit base. And if you've got these houses pre-sold, so as soon as you're ready to deliver them, you can close an escrow because you've got you're tapping into that buyer's list. You are way ahead of the game. Now, likewise, for those of you who are as entrepreneurs but not in the real estate space, if you like the type of videos that we do, please contact Casey, and we have our graphics department. We can talk to you about making a product video just like that for whatever it is. It makes no difference. Whatever your paradigm is, right down to personal consulting, we can make a video for you. Very, very. I can say with impunity, less expensive than any place else. We'll get it done, and we'll get it done very, very quickly. so that you can use that and launch that and put it into a landing page that you've got so that you're going to be getting more leads into your sales funnel. So 2 of those are live and they're up on the site right now. Could you please go back to that editor for me? I want to show them exactly what's going on.
This is the editor, right?
Oh, excuse me, not the editor, but the little the viewer. Yeah, thanks.
So Bruce, somebody asked, you can have a video on the landing page. Is that correct?
Absolutely. And we'll show you our basic, if you will, landing page tools as well, and how easy it is to do a video embed either from YouTube or bring up a video from your hard drive. But we created these 3 videos, and today when you go in there and you bring these up, if you do this after the call or tomorrow, they will be blank like you're looking at them right now. We will be making that little adjustment. We will do a screenshot because these are pre-templated landing pages. So you basically, they're screw-up proof, okay? But when you upload them, and let's just stop for a second. Can you go back down? Yeah, that's perfect. Right there, and there you go. What I did was I literally went and took a screenshot on the one where you're seeing the bull. That's the second one from the right on the second line. What I did was because the GIF does not automatically upload, and the reason is because there's no background, and the reason is because we already did all the heavy lifting for you. We've created the video and all the sales copy, and it's already preloaded for you. The only thing you're going to need to change literally is your phone number. But we're going to write additional code so that when you do the upload, the picture will be there. I got the picture there by simply going into launching the video, doing a screenshot, taking the screenshot, putting it on my desktop, and then uploading it through the editor tool. So within the next 2 days, you will have these automatically coming up with the screenshots on them. But let's just show, can we please go into, let's create one from scratch so that they can see how easy this is. So let's go into create a landing page.
So I'm just clicking on the add landing page.
Oh, okay, so that's even better. So let's just.
Okay, wait. Okay, sorry. Let's simplify it. So it's either from the list, that button that I just clicked. Let me go back. Either from the add landing page, or from this under action you have the create landing page. So you click on that.
So you'll click on that. That'll bring up this menu, and let's just call it webinar Main Street test. And let's put it under real estate buyers. That's the profile that I created. Again, when we go back into the profiles menu, it'll be there. Now, let's stop before you grab that. Could you hit that drop down again? I want them to see this. And perhaps, can you zoom in on your screen so that they can see this even better? Is that possible? There we go. Okay, so now, the iPad, we have several different styles. We have an iPad, an iPod, and we have a phone style. And then the 3 new ones. So the one that we're developing right now, it's going to be the bottom one. It says Money Partners, because that's the one that's from Main Street to Wall Street or vice versa. So when we click on that, and if you would click on that, it's going to automatically populate the entire flyer with the pre-done text. So if you wanted to, now let's stop, go back up if you would. If you wanted to put a picture on that little GIF, right here is where you'd go into your hard drive and you could pick anything, and or you could do the screenshot like I did. Now, like I said, to make it easier, we're going to be pre-populating that for you. Actually, just grab something so that they can see how simple this is, even though it's not going to be the correct. It's not going to make much sense, but how about the danger ahead? That's good.
Change ahead. Okay.
No, change ahead. Thank you. So that just is the uploader. That's going to be what you're going to see when we go back to the thumbnail view. If you would, please scroll down. Now here's an interesting area. Even though we give you a pre-templated form, we give you the driving controls. So the default on all landing pages is email, because you always have to have that so you have a way to communicate with them. So we don't even ask you about that. But we do give you the option to add the name, to add the phone, and to add the address, depending upon what you want. Now, in case you don't know, because you haven't been an experienced internet marketer, the more you ask for, the less you're going to get in terms of opt-ins. So my suggestion to you is email, name, phone number, and I would not ask for address unless it's absolutely necessary for your business. And you can play with this where one day or 1 week you may do one with one or a couple of them, and the next week the other, with a few other fields, and see what, how your opt-in rates are increasing or declining. All that said, we're going to leave these two. Now we'll scroll down the rest of the way. Thank you, Showman. And we're going to hit the Save Changes button. Before we do that, I do want to show them one other thing. See this code down at the bottom, guys, where it says the landing page is published to? That's so when you go back there, you could always just click that link and bam, that's going to show you the page in a live mode. But let's just hit Save Changes for a moment. Thank you very much.
Yeah, sure. Actually, Bruce, we also need to say this is a redirect. Okay. So
there's the change ahead, and let's preview it. Now, can you scroll down, please, on this? Now, you can put your phone number in here, down at the bottom. You can change virtually anything that's on this form. Can you go back to the editor so that they can see that, and also talk to them about the post capture redirect? Again, it's done for you, and you could launch that. They don't have to have your phone number, but if you want to go in there and edit it, you can go into any of the pre-populated information that's in here and change it. He's going to show you about the postcat. Yeah, see, there you go. You just click on there, put in your phone number. You can put in call or call us at. Whatever you want to do, we want you to have that flexibility. It's that simple. You know what? Because we're oh yeah, you can bump up the point size. It's whatever you want. It's whatever you want to do. But because we've got to really cover some other things, Showman, if you would tell them about the post capture redirect.
Yeah, sure. So what happens is when somebody goes to this landing page and they enter this information, right after this, when they click on the learn, let's say your prospective clients, they see this page and they put all this information. Now, once they put all this information, it comes to your database, and then it automatically sends you an email. You'll get that information, and right after this, you want them to go and see something else on whatever your main website or whatever the products you are trying to sell, you can make them land. So that's where you want to put this one. So it will be your website.com. As a matter of fact, it can be it can be MaxLeadPro website that you have designed that you can paste it here. Okay.
Yeah,
And another feature that is like you can very well put them in one of the groups, which is the group or the email list that you have. You can click them. So the moment that person enters the information, it will automatically place them into that group, so that if you have an associated email campaigns or or video campaigns, they will start getting those campaigns emails as well. Okay.
Actually, why don't you put them into the Abbott Kinney group, and why don't we go and opt in, and they can see how that works.
Sure,
so now
sure.
now this page is set up to go to the Abbott Kinney campaign. Also, why don't you do a URL redirect?
Okay, let me quickly go to the MaxLeadPro your account and grab the actually I know your I can type it in. So maxleadpro.com/site and Bruce is your username. It will automatically send you there and save settings. Once the setting is saved, I can go to the preview of this page. Okay, let me refresh. So I go as a preview. Now let me stop and put my name. Before that, let's go to the group and make sure that in that group I don't have already listed. So let's go under groups, and here there are only 4 members. Okay, and let's go and.
I don't think you're in there, so don't worry about it.
Okay. So let's go and fill this information. Okay, and now I'm going to hit the learn more. As you can see, the moment I enter the learn more, it is actually sending an email, and it will redirect to the website that it is there. Okay. And when I come back here and refresh this screen, is it not validating my email?
It might not be validating your email yet.
Or maybe I already there. So let me use some junk other email, which may not be there. Testemail.com.
one of the things that the system safeguards you against is if you have had somebody enter into a particular group before or what have you, it automatically is not going to create a duplicate record, which is that's really a good thing. You know what? Because we're so far behind, the thing I'm thinking we should also do is we've covered a tremendous amount, making websites, making video mails. We've shown groups. We've shown the contact manager. Um, I'd like to kind of open this up for questions. Casey, can you be fielding those questions while Showman is wrapping up here?
Sure. Let's see here. Let's say, are you saying that the We Buy Houses landing page comes with the video?
I am saying that the We Buy Houses landing page now has been infused with a custom We Buy Houses on point video that is extremely compelling. The answer is yes. That video would obviously cost, um, it would cost retail anywhere. Most people would price a video like that at $750 to $1,500 or more dollars, $2,000, depending upon where you went and who you talked to and who you knew. And that's a gift from us to you. And oh, by the way, there's more on the way. But that is absolutely the case. Matter of fact, to that end, we actually give you 3 videos and 3 separate landing pages for 3 different reasons. We gave you the We Buy Houses one for distressed homeowners. We gave you the Main Street, Wall Street, which is to get to put out landing pages as fishing lures for you're to be capturing private money lenders. Can't have too many private money money lenders to fuel your deals. And we're also giving you one to increase that buyers list. So that appeals to people with no credit, bad credit, or people who are just looking to get a house before it even hits the MLS, that you're wanting to get their information. So when you've got new houses that are available, that you'll be in touch with them so that they get first crack at it. And again, that's a great video which will help fuel your investor business. Go ahead, Case. What else you got?
How do we create a landing page with a video?
Oh, okay. Let's go through how do you create a landing page with a video that's not one of these pre-done ones and you want to add your own video. That's really easy. Matter of fact, can you turn the controls over to me on your screen because your internet's moving so much faster? Would you mind doing that, Showman?
Yeah, sure.
And I'll just jump in here.
Yeah,
Have I got
let
it?
me show you this one. Yeah. No, I didn't. I still have this one here. You want me to show or like?
No, I'm glad to.
Sure.
Have I got the control? Is that your cursor? Just just turn over the cursor controls to me.
Which one is? Okay, I think
No, I don't want this screen. I want your screen. Just, it's up on the top, and it's going to give me the keyboard and mouse. Have I got it now? No. Hit the give me keyboard and mouse.
you got it.
No, not yet.
There are four Bruce Mac
Well,
are
try
there.
yeah,
So
try another
which
one.
one?
So we'll get to it. That's because we're having so much trouble with the GoToMeeting. I apologize, guys. I'm logged in several times. Hit the next one on there, and then hit give me the keyboard and mouse. Let's see what happens. I don't see.
Can you try now?
Nope, don't have it. It's not flashing up on my screen. We'll try this for one more second, and then I'll just have you handle the cursor. Okay, let's not do that. Let's go and create a landing page. So if you would, just go into Actions. Go into Actions if you would, Showman.
Yeah, one second. I'm trying to minimize GoToMeeting. Just give me 1 second.
Oh, okay.
I cannot see the place. Okay.
Okay. Just go over to the Actions Actions, and let's create a landing page. Great. And let's just call it Webinar Test 2. And select profile. Let's make it real estate buyers again. That's fine. Let's do an iPod style. iPod. Okay. Headline. How about we'll buy your house today, or we buy. I would make that a capital B. Houses and close in 24 hours or less. And then I would say something, we can prove it, or let us prove it to you. Okay, so now we've got a headline and a subheadline. Let's go, let's do this. Open up another tab if you would and go to YouTube. And put down real estate investor. That's enough. Real estate investor videos. You know what? I take that back. Real estate houses. Why don't we put real estate houses for sale? That's fine. All right. So let's take that one from Longshore. Let's boot that up and just do and let's just copy the URL. Okay. Let's go back to the landing page editor. And we're going to click on embed a YouTube video. Oh, before we do that, hold on, please. Let's cancel that. Let's put some copy in here. No. Let's put a little copy in here. Right, in the editor. Everybody's got their own way of doing this, by the way, so there is no wrong way. It's just getting all the information in. Check out our website and see our proven results. Now, yeah. Okay, now let's take the cursor. Now let's go back, embed the YouTube video. We copied or pasted we just pasted that URL. We hit add video. There we go, paste. We hit add video. Okay, now let's do one other thing. Let's get a nice fancy background. Can you please do me a favor? Go back to the internet.
I already have it, so let me.
Do you have a nice background? I use you can put in things like blue background and you'll get 1,000 of them, or red background, yellow background, whatever you want. No, I wouldn't use that. Well, you could. That's fine. That's fine. That's great. Let's hit save. It's that simple, guys. We just created a landing page. We had a background, so on and so forth. Now, personally, obviously, if we were looking for houses, I wouldn't put depending, if you're maybe wanting to buy luxury houses, but I'd probably put down, something more in the conservative house looking arena, or what have you, or picture of a bunch of houses from the distance. But I think that shows you just how simple it is utilizing the MaxLeadPro system to create and launch a landing page. Now, you may want to put onto that landing page, you might have put on there, get a free report now, or whatever, and then you could have done your URL redirect to the report. So there's just a number of different things you can do because you've got the flexibility of launching multiple landing pages. Hopefully we answered that question. Casey, what else have we got? We got to wrap this up. This thing has gone way long for everybody.
Okay, let's see here. Let's see. I have an existing website, but love your landing page with video. How can I integrate this with my existing site? And this is a WordPress site. I don't, if we're dropping the code, I don't think that'll matter.
Well, I'm not sure if I know the question, if I understand the question. When you say integrate, are you looking to have the landing pages integrate with the website? Do you know who that is? Maybe we can.
That's Maru.
Hang on. Can you give Maru some audio so he can elaborate on that for a sec?
Sure. Yeah, Maru, it looks like you're unmuted, so you should be able to speak.
Can you speak
Yeah,
now,
hi.
Maru? Hi, Maru.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes,
Hi, how are you?
Thank you for, it's only fair that I answer a question for you, seeing as how you get up in the middle of the night.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, the question was, I have an existing website with WordPress, and I like your landing page, absolutely beautiful with the video. If there is a way of integrating your landing page, with the pop-up and the iPad video embedded into it easily, or Is there another way of addressing the same issue of creating a nice, sexy web landing page, which integrates then back into my website?
Well, let's take the last part of the question first.
Yeah,
If you want to drive them to your website, first of all, do you have an opt-in form on your website? Yes or no?
yes, I do.
Okay. Well, let me give you guys some other good news. If you have an opt-in form on your website or you don't, uh, we have just created, we haven't released it yet, but it's coming and it'll be here within a week or less, a form code, what we call a form code generated graphic. Now, what we can do is we can give you that form code, and you can take that and you can literally replace the opt-in box or the information box that you got, which invariably now takes the lead and sends you an email, and I don't know where it puts the information, uh, but it you may have an existing contact manager
Yeah,
or
Aweber. Yeah, through
okay.
Aweber.
Well, you can get rid of Aweber because what
Yes.
you can do is with the form code that you get from us, you can replace that old form code, and then you can create a predefined group, maybe call it new leads from Maru homepage website, because that's where they're coming from, right? So
Right.
you know what that's you know where they're what that's
Yes.
all about.
Yes. Yes.
And then when somebody hits that home page of yours and they put their information in, it's automatically going to go right into the group that's predefined. It's going to create a contact record for that individual right in the MaxLeadPro database. Likewise, and I really think we're stretched because this call's gone so long, but we'll have another one in the next week or so, and I will show you. In the meantime, we will be uh, launching a video on how to do this. So whether you make that call or not, you will have the instructions. You can then take that lead that came into your database and hook it up to an autoresponder campaign of any length to do whatever it is you want. Automatically send them a thank you email. Automatically send them a thank you email that has an embedded video. Automatically take them to a landing page for a product that you may have or something else that you might want to advertise. I mean, it is limitless, the possibilities that you can create when you bring them into your website, utilizing the form code, dropping them into your contact database, and then putting them into an autoresponder campaign. We also have texting capability, and in the not so distant future, and again, I don't really like to talk about future stuff, but we will have the ability to also set the person into a calling campaign where you may make a pre-recorded message, and if you've had them opt in with the phone number request, then the we can have that call automatic dialer call them up and say, hey, just wanted to thank you once again for getting some information about our new upcoming blah, blah, blah. We noticed you haven't gotten started yet. Why not take a moment and click on www.getmystuffnow.com so you can get started today. So that's coming. It's not here yet. That's going to be another huge marketing opportunity for you to include with a campaign that you would set up in your autoresponders. So that's number one. Number two, how can you use your landing pages on the inverse to get people to your website? Well, real simple. You would create a landing page like this for a specific good, product, or service. And then when you set up that URL redirect, I would take that URL redirect potentially and send them to your website. So as soon as they hit the enter now button or learn more now after they've put in their information, it's going to magically take them and drop them right on your home page. Okay?
Perfect.
So that would be that's one way to get them out to a page, and another way to bring them in from a page. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, thank you very much. So it's in about a week, you said, right? A week, 2 weeks, something like that.
Yeah, yeah. Within a week or less, we've already got the form code. Actually, we've got 5 really, really gorgeous graphical boxes, and you'll have all kinds of flexibility to make, to dress them up or what have you. It's really, really cool stuff. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you very
Awesome.
much.
Awesome.
Yeah.
They'll be automatically sent out to you, and everyone else that's on the call. You guys are all going to get that stuff. Okay, any other questions, Casey, before we wrap it up? I think we've got time for one more question. But folks, I don't want you to feel that your question didn't get answered. If you would, if I can't get to you, because the call running so long and us having the unfortunate technical difficulties that we had, please take your question and just put it into an email it to Casey, and we will get back to you. I guarantee you, we'll get back to you. Here's my commitment. You will have an answer from any question that you sent by at latest Sunday evening. And tomorrow's already the end of the week, and if we get deluged with questions, I want to make sure that we're giving, hedging a bet a little bit. But you will get a response, I promise. Okay, if it's an emergency, you have my phone number, call me. Please, only if it's an emergency. Otherwise, we'll take your question and we will respond to you by end of weekend, I promise. Casey, you have another question there, or are we all good?
Yeah, there's a couple, but this one, do we have a video on how to use the autoresponders?
Well, the answer is in our heads we've got it, and on paper you'll have it. There are a number of videos that we were looking to do next, and one of them was the best way to use the LinkedIn helper. Another one was how to use how to use the autoresponders. You know what? I think autoresponders is sort of winning. Let's satisfy the client base. I mean, you guys are the the way I look at it, you're the bosses. So we've had a couple people mention that, and my commitment is that the next video that we will release will be will be an in-depth autoresponder video. Matter of fact, if you would, Showman, would you do me a favor and show them where the video training is warehoused, just so the folks that are on the call can see that?
Sure, it's right
Thank you
here.
so
Under
much.
help, training videos.
Now, what we're doing is, as you can see, we're starting to make a what I call recommended list. One of the ways that you know it's more current and it has the most current feature sets is you look at the date that it was created, and I'll show you a little trick on how to do that. Let's go back into help. Or actually, you don't even need to. We've got that new link out to YouTube channel. Right on the, yeah, there you go. Let's use that puppy. That's going to take you to our YouTube channel. And here, let's just take a look at the top one. 1 week ago. 1 week ago. The next one down, 1 week ago. So those are those 3 new videos that we've created for real estate. 1 week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 months ago, whatever it is, you can easily see when we've made these, and several of these go back several months. The older they are, the less feature rich they'll be, because we are in a constant state of development to make the program better for you guys. Okay, so check back look at both the training module area that he just showed you and or on our YouTube channel. These are the two places that we are putting, excuse me, we are putting our videos for you guys to look at. So it'll be a good, probably 15, 20-minute video that'll really get into the nitty-gritty on how to integrate, utilize, set up autoresponder campaigns. I'd say that's it for now. We've really gone super long. It was my intention to go far less. Everybody who's been on the call, I cannot thank you enough for putting up with our significant technical difficulties. You've been all really sports. If you have a question, write it down. Send it in an email to KCCASEY at MaxLeadPro.com, Casey at MaxLeadPro.com. I'm committed to get you an answer at the very latest by Sunday evening. Have a lot of fun. The app, it is the most powerful tool out there that can absolutely change the equation in your business. And over the next coming weeks and months, we're going to get into some selling skills. We're going to get into how you can take this app and move your business to the next plateau. Thanks a lot. I really can't, again, tell you how much I appreciate you and your enduring with the technical difficulties, and we will be back in touch with you soon for another live training. Good night.